Hello everyone, welcome back. Oh, eclipse season is coming. Libra full moon is coming. Aries season is coming. Spring equinox. The vibes are right. The weather is weathering. And lots of new energy coming in. Lots of old energy going out, old dead connections going out. So that new, healthy, beautiful, soul-based, healthy, God-filled connections can come in. We love it. New creative energy, inspiring. We're living our best lives. The energy is right. And if you're not in that place where the energy is right, keep the faith that if you're going through some tower moments right now, if you're having a bunch of people and things and situations fall apart in your life, that it will be replaced very soon by better. God doesn't strip you of connections that are meant to be in your life. God doesn't strip you of situations or types of abundance that are supposed to be in your life. God only strips you of the things. If you're keeping a good heart and you're living by your best self and like genuinely coming from a place of doing your best to be your best and highest self, God is going to take care of you. You're not going to have people and situations and things and places removed from your life to torture you. That's not what this life is about. That's not what God is about. You get... Tower moments happen. They can be the most spiritual, beautiful times because that is God taking away from you everything that doesn't belong in your life anymore, that doesn't come to the next level of your life with you. You know what I mean? It's all good. I already prayed and set my intention before I started recording. 2 of Cups. Perfect unions. Unions coming in for you. But remember, this is on God's time. This is not on your time. And there is no separation between us and God besides our ego. So don't let your ego trick you into thinking that, you know, don't let your ego get in the way of your faith. Because nothing, like I just said, nothing and no one gets taken out of your life to torture you. Tower moments are happening in your relationships, maybe because God has bigger plans for you. Perfect unions, spiritual unions, healthy unions. And it's going to be on that timeline where you're healthy enough to accept this union. You're healthy enough to not fumble this person, or they're healthy enough not to mess things up with you. So like, this is beautiful. Out of nowhere, I see this person from across the street. We lock eyes and boom, a year later we're getting married type of spring love vibes. And this could be friendships coming in, partnerships, beautifully blessed friendships that feel light and natural and free and just easeful connections. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Focusing on your bags. Focusing on your monies. Maybe your... Yeah, this is big spring energy. New connections, new money. Like I said in my last video, this is abundance that you're starting to enjoy because of years of work on yourself. This is like you are stepping into such a powerful era of your life where things are based on soul and spirit. But the Knight of Pentacles is just like, he's just getting started, but you're hungry, you know? Things are starting to move forward for you, and that could cause some impatience. Like the Knight of Pentacles, the Knights to me are like teenage boy energy. Like they just want to go and get, and like it's full of fiery, like young man energy. But remember that the Knight of Pentacles is just getting started. You might be in the beginning phases and you can smell some like really big things happening for you. But we're just easing into spring. I have a feeling that spring is going to be a very beautiful season for all of us. Because we went through a hard winter. We went through a lot of hermit mode. And not that hermit mode is bad. It's one of my favorite modes. But, yeah, I think you learned a lot and you grew a lot in isolation this winter. And now you're starting to, like, pop out and get coffee with your friends. You're starting to reunite with people who you miss. You're starting to make new friends. New romantic energy, like healthy stuff. And maybe, you know, you got a new opportunity at your job, but you're still in that like proving yourself phase. Stay patient. Everything is happening in your favor. You don't have to do everything all in one day. I've been getting that message so much lately. Like, let go and breathe a little bit, because everything is happening in God's timing, whether you're anxious about it or not. Life is happening on God's terms, whether you're trying to control every detail, driving yourself nuts or not. So you might as well let go and flow and learn how to detach a little bit and like get in that practice. It's a practice just like everything, of letting go and flowing with life. And flowing with God's plan for you. Yeah, that's been a message that's been coming up a lot for me lately. Everywhere. Like, it's going to happen. You've even proven to yourself time and time again that you have everything, you have every resource, you have every spiritual resource, every physical resource, every emotional, mental resource that you need to succeed at these goals that you're working on, or these, you know, connections that you want to build, this inner peace that you want to build. You have everything and it's all in motion. Now your practice is just to let go and enjoy the process. Because you don't want to get there and realize, oh shit, I just spent the last 3 months just waiting for this. You want to get there and realize, man, I spent the last 3 months enjoying the shit out of my life exactly the way it was. You gotta enjoy your life the way it is, even while you're working on these amazing goals. Because yeah, your life's going to be great then, but your life is already great now. Look for all the ways. If you don't feel like your life is great right now, count on your 10 fingers things that you're grateful for. We can all do that. Unfortunately, there are some people in this world that can't do that. But I'm sure that if you're watching this and you got a computer that you're watching something on, and you got a home that you're watching something in, and you got the internet to be watching something, you got a lot to be grateful for that a lot of people in this world don't have. There's a genocide happening right now. People are being killed and starving all over the universe. Did you eat today? You're doing really fucking good. Something came out. Yeah, so just enjoy the process. Like, let go. Don't put your joy out there. That's a practice that I've been in for a long time. Like, don't put your joy out there. Yeah, I want to get married someday. Absolutely. And I know that I will. I know that God will bring my person in when the time is right and I'm healthy and they're healthy and everything will be aligned perfectly. But I'm not going to put my joy out there. I'm not going to say I'm finally going to be happy and calm and peaceful and whatever when I get my husband or whatever. I'm going to enjoy my life the way it is now because I love being single. I love this life that I've built for myself and I'm going to enjoy the shit out of it. I'm not going to put my joy out there in any way. So try not to do that to yourself. Waste your life. What? 7 of Wands reversed. This is like, yeah, these are the connections that you're coming away from. Some people who have been in your life for a long time might be seeing you glowing up right now. And they're not too happy about it. You might be setting boundaries with toxic family members and they're not too happy about it because your family doesn't know nothing about boundaries. And you're the first person in your bloodline to set boundaries and they're like, whoa, there's certain things you don't want to talk to me about. Like, why don't you want to talk to me about that? And you're like, well, I have boundaries. This is like retreating from conflict energy. So this speaks to that like cleansing of your connections, setting boundaries with people. And look, like I touched on earlier, if you're being healthy and you're setting boundaries and you're coming from a place of truth and love and compassion and like doing your best to practice living in your highest self and people don't like it, then that's a really clear, really beautiful sign that this person doesn't belong in your life. I don't care who they are. Your family, somebody you've called your best friend for a while, your husband, your wife, your fucking kids. Like, if somebody isn't happy with you living your best life, sorry. You're not welcome to the next stage of my life. And that can be painful. But again, have that faith. Know that every time that you make a decision for your highest self, God steps in and says, good fucking job, and rewards that with people who will respect your boundaries, people who will be proud of you for... When I hear people in my life setting boundaries with me, I'm like, fucking yeah. Tell me to take a couple steps away because you need your personal space. Tell me to, you don't want to talk about that right now. I love it. I love seeing people set boundaries for themselves, especially people who are younger than me. I'm like, yes, queen. Set boundaries. We set boundaries in this house. And we keep them. Ooh, this is such good energy. It's a little like bitchy. It's spring, baby. Make sure you're taking care of you through all of this. Make sure you're spending your time alone. I feel like in solitude is where most of our healing journey happens. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just my introvert self. But like, you could be different. You could experience your healing from other people. But I know if you're anything like me, most of my healing takes place in absolute solitude. And I love that for me. But just take care of you through all of this, because tower moments can be hard. People being taken out of your life, it can feel very groundless. There can be a grief with old connections coming out. Take care of you. Take your baths. Stay hydrated. Get rest. Watch your favorite show. You know. Take care of you through all of these changes, because you're the one that's going to be there through all of it. You're the one that's going to be there with you. You're the one that was there through the old connections, and you're the one that's going to be there with when the new connections come. So you need to make sure that your relationship with yourself is solid, because ideally everyone else in your life is making sure their connection with themselves is solid. So give yourself that gift as well. Spring, baby. I love it. I'm so happy. I love winter. I really do. In recent years, I've definitely come to love winter. I used to really resist it, but when I dropped that resistance, I started loving winter. I love winter imagery. I love the cold now. Doing the Wim Hof shit definitely helped with that. Any more messages that want to come out? Temperance reversed. This is literally what I was saying before this card came out. Have faith. Slow. Things don't happen, like things that last don't usually happen like that. Big, powerful. Sometimes it does happen in an instant, but that's rare, and it can happen. Don't deny that vast change can happen in an instant, but like generally, big, monumental, life-altering change and like big level ups, big glow ups take time. Little steps every day, little steps every week, little steps every other week. Making sure you're taking time for yourself and rest and solitude, self-care, eating right. Because I think I said earlier, like things are going to happen on God's timing, whether you're chilling about it or not. Things are going to happen God's way, whether you're like, whether you got your claws in every detail of it or not. That's a big thing for me. I have dealt with OCD my entire life because it was a way that cropped up in my childhood for me to try to have some control over my environment that mutated into a mental illness of its own. So I know very well what it's like to try to micromanage every detail of my life. I know what it's like to need everything to be a certain way in order to feel some kind of peace. But therein comes the practice of letting go and breathing through these huge changes that are happening. You are leveling the fuck up, and trust it. Know it. You don't have to. You've worked so hard for so many years so that now you're in a place where you can enjoy the process. You can enjoy the process. You're not. These next levels that you're working on are going to come. You see that on the horizon. So let go a little bit. Remember to enjoy this life, because it could all end a second from now. You don't want to be on your deathbed thinking, wow, I really wish I had just like breathed a little bit and stopped centering every hour of my days around goals, 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 goals. I'm talking to myself here too. Trust me. Big, beautiful, amazing, incredible things, tears of joy things are happening for you. Trust it, know it, and let yourself breathe a little bit. Smell the roses, literally. I think that's like the perfect encapsulation of this whole message is like, things are gonna happen on God's timing, whether you're stressed about it or not, or whether you're enjoying the process or not. So you might as well let go a little bit and enjoy the process, because anything and anyone and any situations that's moving its way out of your life, sure, let there be grief, let it come, don't resist it, but know that all of that is happening to make room for what is meant to be in your life, what is meant to come to the next level of your life. Yay! I'm proud of you. Have a wonderful night. Till next time.